Hi, my name's Michelle Davison-Ward and I've been asked to do a video for you for International Women's Day regarding overcoming challenges and confidence. So where to begin? Basically my challenges started when I was very young. I was born and bred in Barrowcliff in Scarborough, which was a council estate. So we basically were skint, had no money, ice on the inside of the windows. Often no electricity because there was no 50p's for the meter. But to be fair, everyone was in the same boat, so I didn't really notice that we were poor until I went to secondary school. I went to Scorby School, which was quite an affluent school, and realised that the inequality between people, I couldn't do the school trips and I couldn't go, I didn't have new uniform. That's when the seeds were planted, really, that I didn't want my children to live like I did, and I wanted to have money and nice things. So I knew I had to work hard to achieve these things. And I think as well, my upbringing, my personality was very much, I like to challenge, and my dad always said to me, there's no such word as can't. So, you know, you can be anything you want to be as long as you work hard at it and have the will to succeed. So yeah, I was a bit of a weirdo. I like tests. I like to know what I didn't know, and I've always been the same. I've got a personality that's very logical, so I'm not emotional when it comes to failing. That's how you learn things in life, and I think that's what should be taught in schools, to be honest. But challenges are all about perspective and how we look at that challenge in front of us. And I suppose I have quite a unique way of looking at those challenges. In my personal life, really, I think that's where the challenges have been, and they've pushed me to breaking point, to the point in 2011 I had a breakdown and totally lost the plot, and my recovery took quite a long time, but it was a path of self-discovery and relearning what I liked and what I loved, and got my passion back for helping people. So there were huge challenges in my life, but I had this strength, that I knew, this belief that I would overcome them. I wasn't very patient and I wanted it to happen very quickly, which it didn't. So I think challenges, it's like I said before, it's the way you look at it. Some people will stand at the bottom of a mountain and see a huge mountain, and just not start the journey to get to the top. Others will think, right, I'm going to break this down into bite-sized chunks and I'm going to get to base camp 1 and base camp 2. And then others look at it and think, why do I need to climb over the mountain? I'll just go around it. So if we take a challenge of like learning to swim, for instance, some people need to sit on the poolside, sit on the steps and lower themselves down and get into the water and get used to it and build their confidence up to push off from the side. And others just see that as a challenge, a bit like me, who just goes and jumps in the deep end and finds out whether I sink or swim. Like I said before, I've got a very logical brain, so I don't get upset if I can't do something the first time. I just know that I have to keep trying until eventually I can learn to swim. So it's all about knowing yourself and being aware of who you are and what will build your confidence and what will break your confidence. So the other thing is not to procrastinate for too long on these challenges, because you might miss your chance, you might miss your opportunity. So at some point you do have to kick off from the edge and take a deep breath, and don't worry if you go under, it's going to be fine. I've learned that confidence is all about you. It's all about believing in yourself and having faith in yourself and the feeling that you will achieve something. My dad taught me to be confident in myself. He always used to say, what's the worst thing that can happen? Someone's going to pull a gun out and shoot you, and it's highly unlikely. So it's having that self-belief and growing that self-belief. And if you try lots of little things to grow that self-belief first, that's great. And if you're a bit like me, again, you'll jump in at the deep end and see what's the worst thing that can happen to you. So yeah, confidence. I know when my clients say they want to be more confident in something, it's a very broad brush. So I ask them to be quite specific about what they want to be confident in, and then that's what we work on. First, we come up with a plan and we decide what we want to be more confident on. So whether that's public speaking or talking to somebody, a more confident cook, or whatever it is they choose to be more confident in, that's what we work on. We come up with a goal and a plan, and that's how we move forward. So for me, I had a goal in 2017 and I went on an inspirational women course with Beyond 2030 in York, and I came up with my BAG, which is my big, hairy, audacious goals. So one was to be self-employed, 2 was to have my own premises, and 3 was to publish my own self-help book. And that's what I worked on from 2017 until now. And I achieved all 3 of those goals. So I'm proud to say I am now the director of Blue Dragonfly Resources Limited, which is a company set up. I am a tutor and a life coach, and now I am also a proud director of the Sparks Project, CIC, which is funded by the Lottery and European Social Fund and works in Barracliff and Eastfield in Scarborough. And last but not least, I published my own self-help book, Keep Your Hopes and Dreams Alive, which was published in September 2020. And I'm now writing my second book, which is called Just Keep Swimming, in memory of my lovely mother. And I'm just trusting my journey, keeping on challenging myself, keep growing, and hopefully I'll end up where I need